Hello everyone, my name is Chance Brutton and welcome back to the StarCraft II Wings of Liberty campaign. In the last episode we saw what would happen if we trusted Nova over Tosh during the storyline, and in this mission we'll see the alternate ending to the colonists storyline. So there was an option on the planet of Haven where it was on the edge of Protoss space, and we moved all of the colonists originally from Agria there. We discovered that they actually had the Zerg infection still with them, and so the Protoss wanted to burn them off of the planet. And we tried to talk the Protoss out of it, but they insisted the planet must be burned and gave us an option. We could either fight them to try and protect the colonists while they try to burn the planet, which is what we ended up doing, and we ended up defeating them and saving the colonists from being burned. Or we could be allowed to deal with the situation ourselves and burn the planet for them as a kind of an internal matter for the human race. Honestly, given that decision, I think both choices were kind of stupid. I think we should have just leave good enough alone and walk away from that one, because I think the colonists were going to be dead either way. And there was no point in us fighting the Protoss. We lost good people trying to kill the Protoss. We killed many good Protoss. And it was really all for very little, considering that the people of that planet are almost certainly doomed. But we ended up trying to fight to save them. And now we will try and burn them just to see how things would have gone in this alternate route. So we'll play it on hard difficulty as always.
We've all laid it on the line for these folks more than once. But there's only one way we can help them now. We've got to save the ones we can and kill the rest. I know it's terrible, but if we wipe out these infested settlements, we'll save the whole damn planet from being overrun.
Ain't nothing a little fire won't cure. A lot of ground to cover, though. We ain't got enough troops to be everywhere at once.
Don't worry about it. Swan's already got that covered.
Yeah, I got you covered. Had to call in a few favors to get the schematics for these babies. You owe me big time, cowboy. Don't forget, these bad boys can switch between air and ground mode anytime you need them to.
Those Vikings will make all the difference. But it looks like some of the infested colonists are turning already.
And those structures are infesting more of them.
Let's just get this done.
Okay, now that I see that, I think I didn't fully understand the decision to be made. I didn't realize that the burn everybody option meant saving the ones we could, and then just burning the rest. I suppose that if we just let the Protoss do it, they would burn the entire planet without discrimination.
Infestation source detected.
So this is better.
Sir, that virophage structure is spreading the Zerg virus to the colonists. We've got to destroy all the virophages. The more of them there are, the more infested we'll have to fight. Sir, I'm detecting some large Zerg flyers. They match the reported profiles for broodlords. Be careful. They're lethal against ground targets.
Then we'll hit them from the air. Where are my Vikings at?
Lethal against ground units is definitely an understatement on that. Broodlords are extremely dangerous.
Go ahead.
Stay sharp. I want anyone that leaves the ship wearing a suit. Last thing I need is more people getting infested.
They infest Marines too, brother.
My orders still stand. Shouldn't be a problem for you though, Tychus.
Because of course Tychus at this point in time is stuck in his suit. He will be for the rest of his life. Not that that's going to be terribly long.
SCV ready.
Alright, so let's start building some bunkers down below. And ooh, there's some high ground next to the choke point in the north. So we're going to build bunkers in the north and south. That's the top and bottom of our base. And there's a great high ground next to the choke point in the north. And so we can definitely put some siege tanks up there. Also, when we had the option to originally play this mission, I don't believe we had access to tech reactors. I believe that we are getting that just because we have since unlocked them, and the upgrade applies retroactively. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Let's get some supply depots here, I guess. Just so that we have a door we can come and go from if necessary. So yeah, I believe upgrades that we unlocked during the story, at the lab, and at the armory are retroactive if we go back to replay previous levels, I think. Can't be certain about that though. So once we've got our upgrades settled, the next most important, our defenses settled, the next most important thing is to start building some more Vikings. And of course, we have to stay on top of troop production or we are going to rapidly run out of resources. It would also probably be useful to get a sensor tower at either end of the base, just so that we have a good view of what's coming. But let's not worry about that until we have far more resources coming in, because at the moment, resources are kind of tight. So I think the fact that we've got both ends of the base sealed off, and the bunkers reasonably well filled, is enough to be getting on with.
Attack. Not enough minerals.
Alright, we can still only build Vikings one at a time. We've also got to consider upgrades. Upgrades are very important because they make our units far more efficient.
The doctor is in.
And we will build a siege tank right away because this ground is just too great not to use. So there are 4 Zerg-infested bases around the map, or 4 points for the Zerg to infest from around the map, marked by little green marks. And they are covered, at least the first one's covered in Broodlords. We can't actually see the others. Is there anything else? Any Hydralisks or anything? No, I think there's pretty much just air units at the first one. So maybe we can move out sooner rather than later with some Vikings to deal with that. And I've just started an armory building so that we can build upgrades.
Infested or heading to a settlement in the south.
Settlement in the south. Oh, so a new one has a new one. Oh no. Okay. I get it. All right. So they're trying to infest a settlement that was not infested previously, and they'll succeed too unless we hurry. So we definitely need a new SCV down there, and we will need to build some turrets to help our defenses hold against all these flyers. But first, let's try and save these colonists, because we want to save as many people as we possibly can. So the first step in that is to use our Vikings to take out the Zerg air, and then we'll land and we'll start taking out the Zerg ground. Can we land on that high ground? If we could, it would mean we could take out some of the Zerg ground units without them attacking us back. Because the ground units they have are all melee units, and they wouldn't even have vision anyway if they were
Base is under
ranged.
attack.
Yes, we can land up here. So let's see what damage we can do. In fact, we might even be able to take out the main virophage. Yes! Alright, so that was the thing that would normally infest the colonists.
That was too close. Thanks.
Let's take out these Zerglings and the Roach for good measure while we're here. But we just saved this group of colonists. So now let's pull back and let's continue trying to take out this point of Zerg infestation in the north.
Transformation systems primed.
And let's start our our ship upgrades right away. I'm gonna get 2 armories so that we can do weapons and armor upgrades at the same time. And we lost our SCV down in the south, so we'll need a new one. We also have not been training new SCVs for the mineral line, so we need to start doing that right away. Also, since we took the SCV off the north so that it could start building stuff in the base, so it would probably be a good idea to put a new SCV up to replace it. We also need some new supply depots. So let's pull some new SCVs off the mineral line for that. We don't want to keep pulling too many SCVs off the mineral line, because then we won't be actually harvesting any resources. But we've got enough in the bank right now that we can afford to.
Not enough energy.
Alright, so now 2 SCVs we pulled to do repairs have finished. And now all of our Vikings are good to go. So let's try and take out this infested base, or this infested area, before the Zerg can start trying to infest a new area. Because when the Zerg start trying to infest a new area, we are going to need our Vikings to leave here right away. We'll just drop whatever we're doing and immediately head out.
Sir, Stedman says Dr. Hansen has locked herself in the lab. Alone. She's desperate to save her people. I'm worried about what she might do.
Ready to plunder.
Oh no, this is not good in the south. We are not holding. We are not holding.
That settlement has been cleared of Zerg biosignatures. Well done, sir.
Alright, so let's get at least 2 SCVs on either base. And let's retreat our ground forces here because our air force is coming to deal with the Mutalisks. Alright, let's build a new bunker. And let's prioritize building a turret.
Sir, another settlement is being infested by the Zerg.
Alright, our Vikings need to head out ASAP to go deal with the new infestation. And let's queue up building a few more Vikings. We now have some additional upgrades ready as well. So that should be useful. And our siege tank on the high ground is now sieged. Alright. Let's turn our attention away from our base to just deal with the Zerg infestation over here. And it seems that we upgraded infantry weapons. That's not going to help our Vikings, but it is going to help our defenses hold in future. Let's get some more weapons upgrades. Remember, weapons are more important, especially more important in this mission than anywhere else, really, because the only infantry units we really have are the ones that are in the bunkers. So armor upgrades would not help them because the bunker is already giving them as much protection as they can take. The armor upgrades would really only help if the bunker was to be destroyed.
We'd all be dead without you.
Inbound.
And hopefully, we won't let it get to that point. That is the idea anyway. Alright, let's move a siege breaker down to the southern base to help it defend, because there should be at least a siege tank down there. And let's put the other one on the amazing high ground we have up here. And we have at least... Let's build at least 2 turrets at each base, as well as a sensor tower. And I moved the Vikings down by the southern defenses so that the SCVs that are here can repair the Vikings while there's currently nothing attacking the southern defense.
Gotcha.
Or at least there's not much. There seems to be a constant drizzle of units attacking, but it's nothing much to be worried about. Let's make sure that we don't put these turrets down in such a way that they will end up blocking the way out for any ground troops that we want to leave later. And we'll move the siege tank up as far as it can go. Alright, good. We have some more upgrades completing, and we have some more Vikings. We might be in a position now to start trying to clear out a new area. So, let's start attacking the Zerg infestation in the north, because it is the closest one to us. And stay on top of these upgrades. Oop! What's attacking us? Oh, lots of things on the ground. Run away.
Complete.
Run away from all those things on the ground. One of our guys particularly is heavily damaged. So let's move back to where the SCV can repair. Now these siege tanks, though, are going to make short work of these guys, which is nice.
Yes, indeed.
They didn't even get to our bunker defenses, which is ideal. Alright, good. So now we can relaunch our attack, and hopefully we won't run into anything along the way that will do any serious damage to our Vikings.
Agreed.
Alright, now unfortunately, there are quite a lot of things on the ground, including anti-air.
Coming under attack.
Oh! But we can't deal with that right now because our bigger priority is to protect the settlement that is currently under attack. So that is all the way across the map, but the Vikings are pretty quick, so we should be able to get there without too much of a problem.
Yes, indeed.
And again, they have nothing that can shoot down air units on the ground. Oh, we've just discovered another settlement too on the way. So that makes things relatively easy. We just keep all our Vikings in air mode, and we shoot everything out of the sky. Then we can land and deal with the ground forces, and finally the Virophage. Okay, that's the air dealt with. Now, where's a good spot to land? Let's spread out and land up here a little bit, I think.
Transform.
We want to spread out a little bit before we land so that all our Vikings can land at the same time and support each other. If they are all clumped up over the same spot, they'll only be able to land one at a time, and that is very bad.
No one lives.
They'll just die.
Without you.
There's another Zergling there we need to kill before people start coming out and getting slaughtered.
Inbound.
Some stuff is inbound we can see on the map, but relatively little to our base. And now, do we still want to deal with the north? Probably.
right.
We can
Ready to
pick up some
plunder.
more Vikings, though, on our way and start some additional upgrades.
Made.
We are
Let's
almost
get into
maxed out on
it. You ready
weapons,
for
and we are
war?
currently researching the last upgrade for armor. So that is good. Very helpful.
Transformation systems.
We'll take our
prime.
Vikings out here. We'll land the...
Victory.
Because there's so much anti-air stuff on the ground over here,
Agreed.
we
Yes,
will land our
indeed.
Vikings and march them in. We will get them out of the way of this invading force because it'd be much better to let our tanks and bunkers deal with that.
Base is under attack.
In
No
fact,
one
now
lives
is probably a
forever.
very good time to attack because since they've just attacked us, those
Upgrade
units won't be
complete.
in this base any longer.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Now, it doesn't really hurt, I don't think it hurts too much to have some Vikings back a few rows where they can't normally fire, because then they'll prioritize anything getting too close. So all those Zerglings
Mineral
that come in
field
will just get
depleted.
melted. That might not be the best way of thinking about it, but it's better than just thinking that they don't do anything. Alright, so moving forward, we seem to be having very little problem. In fact, our Vikings are on average healing more than they're taking damage, it would appear, since I see a few yellow health bars going green. Remember, they are regenerating all the time because of our regenerative biosteel upgrade. And this is just a full-out Zerg base with mining and everything. In fact, if we were running short on resources, we could mine from the minerals and gas up here. Of course, we are nowhere near running short on resources at the moment. In fact, we can't spend them fast enough. Or we're not spending them fast enough. We certainly could,
I can't build
if I was playing this a
Good
little better.
job, sir. I'm picking up 2 more concentrations of Zerg biosignatures. Sir, the infested are closing in on a settlement to the north.
Made for battle.
Alright, well, let's
Yes.
lift up. Let's kill these overlords quickly, just so that they're gone.
Old.
And now we'll deal with the infestation
it.
over here. And it's the same as the other cases. No ground support to speak of, so we just fly in and
Can't
destroy
hold 'em
everything.
alone. Fight or flight.
And
Ready to
let's
ride.
land the Vikings. We'll just land them all over the place and smash everything. Not going to be too worried about it, because we'll take very little damage.
Raynard'd save us.
Bold.
And then we'll heal that
Very
damage
well.
back up.
Inbound.
So now, let's keep collecting
into the
additional
fight.
Vikings,
Add-on
and can this
complete.
tank get anywhere?
Transformation systems prime.
We need to build
Not
lots of
enough
additional
minerals.
Vikings, and we need to somehow get this tank
Ready to plunder.
to our
Base
southern
allies are
defenses.
under attack.
I think we've actually
Mineral
managed to
field
prevent this
depleted.
tank from getting anywhere. Ah, here we go. We'll lower these supply depots, and then the tank can get through. Alright, so next we're
Mineral
going to
field
clear the
depleted.
eastern concentration of Zerg. That is the far right. And
for
our
battle.
base is taken care of, so we'll do it right now.
Ready to
Now there's a
plunder.
ramp there. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of having to
Alright.
fight up a ramp.
Very well.
But potentially, if we
Ready to
leave
plunder.
most of our guys
Fight or flight.
on the ground
Yeah,
and just
right.
a couple in the air, the ones in the air
You ready for war?
will give us
Mineral field
increased
depleted.
vision. So fighting
Let's
up the
get into
ramp
the fight.
won't be such a problem. Yeah, there we go. We just got to make sure that we don't fly them over the anti-air defenses until our ground forces have a chance to take those out.
Ready to plunder.
So slowly but surely, the Zerg are going to march at us, and we're going to take them all out, and we're going to push our way up this ramp. And now that we're up the ramp, we don't have to be so worried, I think,
Mineral
about
field depleted.
having the extra vision of having some guys in the air. So we'll just land everybody for the extra guns and take out more Zerg.
Ready to plunder.
Now, if they had some Brood Lords, then that would be a different story. We definitely want guys in the air to take out the Brood Lords. because we don't want to just fight the broodlings on the ground. But since they don't appear to have good air to ground here, then we can forget about that and just stay on the ground. Really an oversight on their part. They really need to do a better job of mixing their forces so that you have to deal with everything at once rather than just the ground stuff, then just the air stuff. It would make it a lot harder for us.
Sir, another settlement is being infested by the Zerg.
Alright, well that doesn't give us much time to finish up here, but I think we can just barely manage to finish what we're doing, and then we will take care of the other settlement.
Good job, guys. This area's secure.
Alright, let's make our way to the other settlement. Attack moving to make sure that we kill the other overlords up here before we go. And there are a couple of Vikings we left behind down here. Alright, some Vikings from our base have already engaged the enemy Zerg, and now our main force of Vikings are coming in, and this is just way too much for the Zerg to try and deal with. They are not going to be able to do it. Oh, have we already eliminated the air? Oh, wow. I underestimated how quickly we could do that. Alright, let's get some additional Vikings.
I knew Raynard'd save us!
And we are mined out in our main base, so it's probably worth trying to transfer our base right about now, just to get some extra resources. We are actually even running out of minerals too, which is surprising because we had so many, but we've been producing just that many Vikings. All right, there's one more encampment to take care of. Oh, the Zerg. Why are the Zerg still attacking from the north? How are the Zerg still attacking from the north? I mean, we wiped out everything. Actually, you know what? It's not worth sending the SCVs out. They'll probably get destroyed. We have everything we need. Let's just fly in the Vikings and do a ton of damage. So apart from a couple of Vikings, we'll land the rest of them. And then these Vikings will just give us some air coverage. Now this base does have some flyers, so it's probably worth lifting off a few more Vikings, actually, to be able to attack the Mutalisks coming after us. Okay, and that's this Zerg encampment taken care of.
Sir, it's done. I'm not detecting any more Zerg, but we have a problem in the lab.
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Alright, well, now we can take a look at the cinematic that would have occurred after this mission. Alright, let's see the aftermath of this. They really need to turn on the lights.
You in here? Matt, seal all access points.
Oh no. She's infected. And it's almost taken over according to the computer readout.
Oh God, not you too.
Well, that's pretty ugly.
Will you enjoy it?
Enjoy what?
Will you enjoy killing me? Like you killed my children?
You're infested. You're dead already.
Do it. Finish it.
Took a long time for that arm to fall. So apparently that was a pretty gruesome end. Wonder how she got infested. I mean, was she already infested to begin with? I mean, well, did it just take longer for us to clear the planet than to defend from the Protoss? Is that what happens to her anyway immediately after we leave? Or did she somehow get infested as the result of our actions? Like messing about in the lab, she got exposed to something. Maybe trying to hurry so fast for a cure that she wasn't obeying proper safety protocols. I'm not really sure. But either way, it still doesn't look to be as good an outcome in the cinematics. That's the end of that storyline, one way or the other. So in the next episode, we will look at the final decision we could have made, which was on the planet of Char, where we were given a choice between taking out the enemy Nidus network or taking out the enemy air support. We took out the Nidus network, and so in the next episode, we will look at what would happen if we elected to take out the enemy air. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Oh, look, by repeatedly spam clicking everything, I get monkeys. I'm pretty sure that there's a monster back there. Oh, he's right there! Oh, God, I ran the wrong way! I ran the wrong way! Oh. That could have saved me. Oh. 100 times right now. Oh. Why?